This this conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, good morning. So before I start today's demo, let me introduce myself. My name is Bobby. I have overall 13 years of experience. I started my career with ABAP. Then I moved to SAP UI5, Fiori, ABAP ODATA, ABAP S4. I worked on various S4 Hana implementation projects and also worked on the RAP and moved to BTP and worked on various innovation projects on BTP on various services like IoT, API service, mobility service, PDMS service, uh, chatbot service, conversation AI, SAP conversation AI, API service. I worked on CPI and a lot of services and also worked on CAPM, Node.js, JavaScript. So this is my experience. So coming to the training, from past more than almost 7.5 years, I'm giving training on SAP UI5, Fiori, ABAP OData, CAPM, Node.js, JavaScript, Fiori Elements, ABAP CDS views, ABAP RESTful application programming model, S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions, etc. So these are the topics, various trainings which I'm giving. So let's come to today's demo. Yes, we'll be discussing on what is BTP, what is RAP and Fiori Elements and S4 HANA side-by-side in-app and side-by-side extensions. Okay, so agenda to discuss about this today's topic, SAP evolutions from the starting to till date, what evolutions SAP has brought, right? So that is what which we are going to discuss. ABAP on cloud. So that is nothing but ABAP, we can develop the applications, ABAP applications in the cloud, that is called BTP. That is what which we discuss BTP. Okay, and ABAP RESTful, it is application programming model that is called RAP. Okay, where we are going to develop what is RAP and why we are using RAP methodology to develop applications. That is what which we are going to discuss. Of course, SAP S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions we are going to discuss. And evolution of ABAP. So till date, what evolutions has come in ABAP? Of course, SAP Fiori and we use case demo. So these are the total agenda which we are going to discuss. Is it clear? So it is ABAP RESTful application programming model. I'll just okay. Next. So coming to the SAP evolutions. Okay. So this is one which we are going to discuss, SAP evolutions. Okay. So here I'm not going to talk about which one has come. Okay, which one has come first and which one has come second. I'm not talking about priority. I'm only talking about the what are the evolutions has come from starting to till date, right? That is what which I'm going to discuss. Is it clear? Sorry. So the journey has begun with the classical programming model. Yes, obviously, the SAP started its journey with the classical programming model, and but the time passed, the business trends started changing, and the market began to evolve with the cloud and mobile applications significantly in the digital infrastructure. Yes, when the time, see, we started with the classical programming, that is during 1970s, SAP ABAP started, SAP started. So that is all the classical approach. The later time passed, the business started trending and the market began to evolve with the cloud BTP, that is called BTP, and mobile applications and significantly in the digital infrastructure. Okay, then now the best recognized practice is programming is called RAP. Before RAP it was ABAP programming model 1 Fiori, and later it is called the future programming model is called ABAP RESTful application programming model. Okay, ABAP RESTful application programming model is called RAP, right? From SAP Traveler point of view, many tools have arrived. Okay, several technologies were developed and new concepts emerged in the context of interfaces, infrastructure integrations in SAP. Yes, from the starting date to till date, there are especially SAP Traveler point of view. Okay, many tools have come. Several technologies were developed, new concepts have emerged in the SAP and in the context of interfaces, infrastructures, and integrations SAP. This picture which I'm talking about, I'm not talking about which priority, which one has come first, which has come second. No, I'm telling only arrival of these technologies has come into the SAP world. Is it clear? Any questions? No, right? Okay. So file transfer is called file exchange. Okay. Okay. It is an everyone knows that it is the oldest technique where if you want to provide the data to the third party system from the SAP, right? From the SAP. Okay. So without any complex coding and configurations using FTP and SFTP, we are able to transfer the data from SAP to third party system, right? Using FTP and SFTP, okay, the file can be transferred from SAP to any third party system using file exchange. That is called FTP, SFTP. Every ABAPer will have worked on this. So with the arrival of PI, process integration, okay, okay, the extracted file from the SAP is sent first to PI where mapping conversation happened based on the requirements posted by the third party system, and then it's possible to send the file in the desired format which third party is asking, whether it's a JSON format or XML format, etc. So this is one of another where we are able to transfer the data from the SAP system to the third party system with the help of PI. This is the classical approach or the old technique which we are using still today. Also, a lot of companies are using this technique where we are exchanging the data from the SAP system to the third party system. Okay, the next is called RFC. Okay, is another classical approach. This is also a classical approach where we call it as remote function call. RFC stands for the remote function call. RFC interface is used to set up a communication between SAP and non-SAP, also between two SAP systems. Right. This also we have done a lot of times in our projects. Okay, it runs on the concept of client and server. Okay, so the client will seeks a function to perform and makes a call to the RFC server. Okay, so you will create a one RFC function model in your system, right? And third party system will call the RFC function model, or even another SAP system can call the RFCs and they can get the data. Okay, so the function is executed at the remote system on the server side and it can be synchronous. So using the RFC concept, SAP came up with BAPI, that is called Business Application Programming Interface, to expose the data. Okay, so we create RFC connections in SM59 so that we can expose the data. Right. So this is the one of the classical approach which lot of the companies are still using this approach. Any questions? Next is called the IDOC. Absolutely, IDOC is very hot. Lot of projects are been using IDOC. IDOC stands for the intermediate document. Is another old proved technique where you can communicate data between the SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP systems. Okay, so yes, using IDOC, we are able to transfer the data to SAP as well as SAP to non-SAP systems. So it is providing a file format for exchanging the data between the systems. Okay, the file format consists of structures, fields with positions, length, and further if I divide into header, data segment, status of the record, etc. So using the IDOC, we are able to transfer the data from the SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP systems, right? That is one of the old technique which we are using. The next is, I'm not talking about priority here, which come first. I'm repeating it again, sorry. Which come first, which come next. No, I'm only talking what are the techniques which SAP has brought, those I'm talking. So next is called the SOAP protocol. Okay, SOAP stands for the Simple Object Access Protocol. Yes, so we call it as web services. So with SAP Net version 7.0 and NetWeaver, SAP introduced a new technology called web services for communicating and exchanging the data between SAP as well as SAP and non-SAP systems. Okay, so using this SOAP, you are able to exchange the data from SAP to non-SAP systems or SAP to SAP systems. Okay, so it is a message protocol that is supported by version 7 onwards with the NetWeaver. Okay, and also it is an internet based technology. Okay, so you can expose it is an internet based technology. Okay, so we are going to use the, if you want to call the functions, we are going to use HTTP protocol to transfer the data in the form of WSDL, that is called Web Service Description Language. So the exchange of the data using SOAP is via XML messages. So generally we use for asynchronous data most of the time for SOAP technology. See, even now, if you want to send the huge data to the third party systems, okay, SOAP is the best approach to transfer the data, even till today. Any questions, guys? No questions. So next we move to the S4 HANA. So that is where the fourth version of ERP business suite provided by SAP, which is based on the HANA in-memory database. So this is the evolution happened both in technology and the concept of SAP, and it got released in 2015. Okay, so then over the period, it has proven that no matter how complex your business is, okay, how large the data is, S4 HANA is capable of deal with every problem. It is also available in the BTP, that is called cloud on premises systems. Any questions, guys? So S4 HANA is going to follow the code to data paradigm, which uses the mechanism of code push down, which means, okay, you are going to run your data on the top of the database layer instead of the application layer. That is called the code push down approach in S4 HANA, which is nothing but the CDS views, which is nothing but the CDS views. Okay, where you are running the CDS views not on the application layer, you're running the CDS views on the top of the database layer, so that for the better performance, how complex your logic is, how much large the data is, you are able to successfully run it. So that is the advantage of using S4 HANA system. That is the reason we server has just click a lot. Any questions, guys?
So, Bobby, is still
Yeah.
S4 using the SOAP or it's ODATA?
See, it's not like that. You can use SOAP, you can use OData.
Mm-hmm. How about
It's
IDOCS?
up to your requirement. It is up to your requirement, which one you want to use it.
Okay. Mhm. All are enabled.
Yes.
Okay.
And Bobby, one
Then,
question.
yeah, please tell me.
You said cloud on-premise, right? So cloud, I know cloud handle is like in private and public cloud. And cloud on-premise
Okay.
consists of which type of like is it type of IaaS or SAS something? How it is handled?
You're talking about SAP Analytics Cloud?
No, you just
SAC stands
mentioned
for
it's like
that only.
okay. You just
Sorry?
mentioned like cloud on. You just mentioned as cloud on-premise, right?
Okay. See, okay, I'll tell you. S4 HANA is available in on cloud as well as on premises system. Okay.
Okay, okay.
If
It's
you
not
were,
public option. Oh,
yeah,
got you.
that is
Yeah,
what I mentioned. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Any more questions? Any more questions, guys?
Bobby, one question here.
Yeah.
So BTP only takes care of the cloud solutions, or does it also help on the on-premise solutions as well? What is
It
it?
is going to help yeah, it is going to help even your on-premises solutions also by calling the cloud services in
Oh,
your on-premises system. Is it okay?
yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Any more questions? No questions. Okay. So next we'll move to the OData. Okay. Yes, OData stands for the Open Data Protocol. Okay, as mentioned. Okay, it is the future programming model is the RESTful programming model that is called RAP. Okay, so the RAP is we are using RAP to expose the data methodology. The exposing the data methodology is nothing but OData. Okay, so you can see you can expose the data using normal classical approach SCGW. You can expose the data using normal CDS views. You can expose the data using RAP OData. Okay, so OData is a open stands for the Open Data Protocol. Okay, it is developed in the based on the REST protocol. It follows the REST protocol and expose the data to the outside world. Okay, so once you expose the OData, anyone can consume any applications, any program, any software, any device. Anyone can expose the data. So even with non-SAP systems provided, they are connected to SAP via HTTP. Means you can once you expose the OData, anyone can connect it. There is no middleware is required. There is nothing is required. You expose the OData, so even Java program can consume easily in their code without any plugins, without any installations. You can expose the data in the JSON format. You can expose the data in XML format. Even in I've opened I developed a OData service with URL. I can open that URL in my Excel sheet. I will get the data. Okay. So see, if you look at this, when you develop the CDS view, so alone cannot provide the data. It uses the OData to expose the data to mobile applications or etc. Okay. Yeah. Any questions can on OData? It follows the REST protocol. And also it is an internet based and it uses HTTP. Clear? Then we came up with CDS and BOPF. Okay, so CDS stands for the core data services, which means okay, so the CDS is going to extract the data from the DB layer to present to the application. Okay, what it is CDS is going to do? It is going to extract the data from the DB layer and it is going to present to the application. It is similar to SQL statements, but the okay, it's same like SQL statements. Okay, and also CDS use the new we can use the associations, cardinalities, compositions, lot of joins we can use it. It is same like SQL. Okay, CDS views we can only create in ADT, that is called ABAP development tool. Only there only you can create. You cannot create in SAP GUI screens CDS views. See, as what is the advantage of using CDS views? It is going to run on the top of the database, not on the application layer. So the performance will be good. If you put, see, I'll tell you what, in a project, okay, which we are working, okay, let's assume that you are developing a report in SC38 program, where the report program is running application layer, the performance will be not that much good. So you convert all your select queries which you are writing in the report SC38 program. Instead of that, write in the CDS views and consume those CDS output in your report program, your performance will be very good of your report. So that is the advantage of your CDS use. Is it clear? Okay. So everything in S4 HANA projects, everything is CDS views. Instead of writing in the your application layer, okay, you write it in the CDS views layer. That is top of the database. That is ADT. Okay. Then BOPF, Business Object Process Framework. Actually, this is got deprecated and now everything is RAP. Okay. So BOPF is deprecated. Now everything is RAP only. Okay. Now it comes to the RAP. RAP stands for the ABAP RESTfull Application Programming Model. Okay, where it is available in the BTP from greater than or equal to S4. Sorry, it is available in BTP as well as it is available in on-premises system greater than or equal to 1909 onwards. Okay, if your SAP system is S4 HANA greater than or equal to 1909, then RAP is available. Okay, RAP is available on BTP also, where you can develop the cloud applications. Any questions, guys, until now?
So Bobby, I have
So,
one question. So currently we are
yeah, tell me.
using the older methods, you can say, like ODATA or RS and all those, and now we are learning the RAP. So the in between the
Hmm.
steps, or in between the CDS views or VOPF and all those things, I'm not aware of those. So will be RAP will be good for
Yes,
me.
it is
I can
RAP is,
understand this.
if you know, yeah, absolutely. I got your question. If you know ABAP, RAP is very easy.
Okay. Okay.
There is nothing you need to know the MDP, you need to know the BOPF, no, not required.
Acha, okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Bobby, I am Alaknath
yes,
Singh.
Yeah, Bob. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
tell me, please.
Basically,
Please tell me.
we are using on-premises S4 HANA 2020.
Yes, RAP is there.
RAP is
As
any RAP there for activation for using any licenses required or by default?
no, it will come in built. It's not required any additional license or anything.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thanks. Yes, any more questions? Now,
Hello,
as I
Bobby.
said,
Dhaval here.
RAP, yeah, tell me, please.
For the wrap application, we means which software we are using? Via Eclipse, we can access the wrap means like how?
Correct, you're right. Using Eclipse, we will install certain patches in the Eclipse, which SAP has provided.
Okay.
So once you install the patches, you can develop the RAP. You will add the your SAP on-premises instance in the Eclipse, and you can start developing RAP applications. You can develop RAP applications only in Eclipse, not in SAP GUI.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Yeah, no problem.
Bobby,
Yeah,
one
any
last
more
question.
questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell
So
me.
when we say we are developing RAP applications, so do we develop only interfaces, or what is possible using RAP?
You can develop the interfaces. You can develop the Fiori applications.
Interfaces and Fiori applications. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So are we going to use the same ABAP, the Fiori library in order to pull up the required Fiori apps to develop on RAP?
See, RAP is nothing but finally it is exposing the OData only. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me complete. You will understand what is RAP. Let's not go. I have not started what is RAP until now.
Of course, yeah, sure. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now, as I said, RAP is available in on BTP and on premises. So before getting into the what is BTP, let us understand what BTP offers us. Okay. So SAP BTP offers variety of runtime like Java, Node.js, Hana, and now it is ABAP. Very careful. Huh? So SAP BTP is not for ABAP. I'm making it very clear. It's one of the service in BTP. BTP is a ocean, whereas coming to the on-premises system, only ABAP only we are developing applications. Other than ABAP, we are not anything we are not doing. But when you are coming to the BTP, it is a ocean. You can develop, you can choose any technology. Java, Node.js, AngularJS, React, JavaScript, lot of ABAP. It's up to you which technology you want to use. You can develop the enterprise grade applications. So SAP BTP is offering us variety of runtimes like Java, Node.js, Hana, and now it is ABAP, etc. So finally, SAP BTP is supporting necessary runtime. So for example, if you write the code related to C in the notepad, we cannot run, we require C compiler, right? If you want to run a Java program, we have to install the JRE. So that is called Java runtime. Okay, and similarly, if you want to run ABAP program, you require ABAP layer which can understand your code, compile your code, check for syntax errors, and it executes your code. So that runtime environment is part of BTP, and this is we call as service as platform as service. Now you have understood what is BTP. Anyone have any questions? Any questions, guys? What is BTP?
So that means using BTP, any other technology can communicate with SAP. Is that what it means?
Let's assume that like a BTP is a technology. Using the technology, you can develop the enterprise applications. So with the enterprise applications, it is not fixed to one ABAP. It can use any technology.
Got it. That means if the systems are, if they in the integration landscape, if they are SAP and non-SAP systems, when they communicate,
Mm.
they can
No,
communicate to
no,
any
no,
other
no,
language.
no, 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 no. When you want to develop a application,
Mhm.
okay, you can use any technology to develop the application,
Okay, got it.
whether it is ABAP or Node.js, AngularJS, React, or anything, Java, JavaScript. It's you pick it. And BTP is providing you the infrastructure where you can execute your code. There is a concept called bring your own language, BYOC. Okay, you bring your own language. I'm going to provide you the infrastructure. And one of the infrastructure is ABAP. That is called BTP. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. Any more questions? Okay. So now here, so we already know the down part is the old approach where we are using the ECC and business suite, old approach. And we, of course, SAP NetWeaver Gateway was installed and Oracle database. Now all the innovation things are happening in this ABAP layer. Yes, ECC is moved to S4 HANA as well as S4 HANA cloud also is there. Okay, then all the innovation things, everything is in happening in the ABAP layer. And of course, your data is HANA database. Okay, so what is this ABAP layer? Is nothing but wrap. ABAP layer means RESTful application programming model. Okay, and then we call it as SAP Cloud BTP. That is called ABAP. So all our innovations, everything in the BTP coming to the ABAP perspective are happening in this layer only. All your side-by-side extensions, in-app extensions, normal ABAP developments, everything is happening in the ABAP wrap. So wrap is available on BTP as well as in on-premises system. Okay, so ABAP RESTful application programming model, okay, is used to build end-to-end custom business applications using components like CDS views. Okay, and modeling in the database layer for fetching, manipulation, behavior definition, and behavior implementations and business layers. Okay, where you can develop APIs as well as OData Fiori apps. Is it clear? What is RAP? Anyone have any questions? Okay, RAP, again I'm repeating. Okay, focus on to develop end-to-end custom business applications using components like CDS views, okay, data fetchings, data manipulations, behavior definitions, behavior implementations, business services, where you can develop OData services, APIs, as well as you can consume those in your Fiori apps. That is called the RAP. Okay, so all the innovation things, everything is happening in the RAP. Is it clear? Any questions? So now
Yeah, how we are
let's,
doing
yeah,
IDOC in this case, Bobby?
IDOC will not come into the picture. I'm talking about RAP.
Correct. We are not
Why
dealing with that.
IDOC? No, no, no. That will be,
See,
see, if you, I'll tell you what, if you want to transfer the data using
mhm.
IDOC, you need to develop a IDOC in your system, and you need to have a middleware, and you need to have a third-party system.
Okay.
Okay. If you develop RAP, there is no middleware is required. And
Okay. For
also you
RAP,
can query the data. You can see it is see RAP is a methodology which you are developing OData only or APIs.
okay.
It is a methodology you are using to expose it. See, ACGW is a NetWeaver gateway methodology, right? Whereas RAP is a RAP methodology you are exposing it. It is it is bringing you the best framework, best techniques, best tools to expose the OData better than ACGW. That is called RAP. But finally, you are exposing OData only. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So if your ABAP system is less than or equal to 7.4, 7.5, you will be using classical approach programming. Okay. So the best as a if you are if you are a technical architect or solution architect, okay, for a step, okay, you can tell to your client that yes, still we are in 7.5. Let's move upgrade our systems to the SAP latest versions, and you can explain them what are the advantages you are getting as a solution architect. So if you are little bit greater than or equal to 7.5, you have ABAP programming model on Fiori, where we used to develop SCGW, OData services, CDS views, and BOPF. And less latest versions from 1909 or in the BTP, we are going to use ABAP RESTfull application programming. Instead of SCGW will be no more there. Everything will be business services in the RAP. Yes, CDS view will be there, but BOPF will be deprecated, and it will be everything will be behavior definition implementations. Okay, so next 20 years RAP will be available. There is no doubt in that. Any questions? So now what is RAP? So RAP consists of ABAP RESTful application programming model consists of concepts, tools, frameworks, languages, best practices. So that will make a developer to develop the applications in the efficient way of developing the enterprise grade applications. So finally, RAP is nothing, not some other thing. It is just a BAP, but they brought a best frameworks, best practices, best languages, best tools, best concepts to develop the enterprise grade applications. So that is called RAP. Okay, where you can develop service developments, where you can develop SAP Fiori UI services, you can develop web APIs. Okay, now it is greenfield developments and brownfield developments are available. Let's assume what is okay. And also I said it is available on premises as well as in the BTP. So now I'll tell you what I'm working on one project. S4 HANA project. I was in 1809. I'm moving into 2022 version. Okay. Now in 1809 RAP is not available. Okay. And in 2022 RAP is available because it is greater than or equal to 1909. So RAP is available. Now, if you convert all your SC38 report programming into the RAP methodology, okay. So the benefit number one, instead of GUI screens, you're opening in the Fiori apps, right? So that you can open in mobile, any devices, right? Second thing is when you are one day, everyone has to go to BTP. That is called cloud. So RAP is available in the cloud. So if you start developing and converting everything into the RAP, so when you are going into the cloud, it is an easy solution. You're not required again to convert your applications into the RAP, then only you can move to the cloud. But RAP is already available in on premises, and if you start converting it when you are moving to the cloud, it is a ready-made solution. There is nothing you need to develop. So that is another advantage of using RAP. Even my S4 HANA implementation project, which I'm working from 1809 to the 2022. Okay, so I am converting everything into the RAP and also developing everything into the RAP application instead of going to SC38 because my client said that in future I'm going to go to the cloud. I want a ready-made solution. This is the projects, future projects I'm talking about, next 10 to 20 years project. This is how it works. All your iDocs, all your what I can say, the SFTP, all your APIs can be converted into the RAP APIs. All your reports can be converted into the RAP Fiori apps. So that when you are moving into the cloud, it is a ready-made solution. Understood what is the advantage of using RAP? Any questions? No questions. So now everyone had clear on RAP, why we are using RAP and everything, right? Now what we are going to achieve it, right? And let's go into the concept of what RAP consists of. Okay, so you have a database table. Okay, on the top of the database table, you are creating a CDS view where you are consuming the data from the database table. Okay, once a CDS view, you will make the CDS view as root view. We will do in the data definition language. It means you are converting the CDS view in the RAP methodology by giving the keyword root view. Then you can restrict the data using data access control, data control language concept. You can restrict the data to the user by using the data access control in this RAP methodology also. Then metadata extensions. So SAP is providing certain templates like list report object page, analytical list page, overview page for apps. So you will be adding UI annotations to the Fiori apps to enhance the template. That is what which we do in the metadata extensions called annotations in the app. Next, behavior definitions like you want to create a record, delete a record, update the record. Okay, you want to do certain actions, you want to do determinations, validations, everything we are going to put in the behavior definitions. On the top of the behavior definitions which we have put, a behavior implementation will come into the picture where we will write the ABAP, oops ABAP, and we will be writing the ABAP code. So finally, RAP is not some other technology. It is ABAP only, but it has brought best practices, best languages, best frameworks, best tools, best concepts to develop the Fiori applications as well as APIs. That is called RAP. Any questions? Anyone have any questions? What is RAP?
So one query.
Hello. Oh,
Yeah, please. please.
Hello, one query I have, Dhawal here.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Bobby, by using RAP, we connect, means by using RAP, we are using the OData, right?
We are
So
developing
OData
OData.
we can access. Okay, okay. Means we are developing the OData. Okay. By
Mm.
using that part, we can means by using RAP we can open means UI5 Fury application. Is it possible?
Yes, you can consume. Yes, you can consume using RAP OData. You can consume into the SAP UFI application or any Fiori elements templates.
Okay. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, yeah. Any more
Uh,
questions?
okay. So we here in this slide we mentioned as database table which we develop a CDS modeling and we mention as root view we mentioned, right? So
No, no, no. I'm saying,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah. 1 second. You can
yeah.
create a database table which is available in the data dictionary. Okay, you are trying to consume the data from the data dictionary table using CDS view.
Okay, suppose I don't have a single database. I have a combination of multiple tables. I need to fetch data and I need to expose that uh, as a
You can write joins, associations, compositions in CDSU and combine the table, different tables and get the data.
okay. So it's still that that query at that CDS is becomes root view again.
Yes. On the top of that CDSU, we'll create another CDSU and we'll make it as a root view.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Any more
Thanks.
questions?
So, Bobby, when we are saying we will create a root view over a CDS view that we just created, so if
On the
there are
top
any,
of that, on the
yeah,
top of that CDS view, I'll create a root view.
so that means if we are leveraging any standard CDS view, so in order to
Mhm.
do any extensions, we do it on a
That is a
root
different.
view.
See, you're bringing two things here. One is the standard CDS view, and
Yeah,
another one is custom CDS view. Just now I spoke about custom CDS view.
custom,
Okay,
custom.
and also you can call a standard CDS view in a custom CDS view.
Hmm. And
You
will
can
that
consume.
become root view in that
It's
case?
up to your requirement whether you want to make it root view or not, based on your requirement. Let's
Okay.
assume that you have a sales order, right? Header and sales order item, and you have a material. Okay, now I created a one CDSU to get all the materials. I created another CDSU for getting all the items. I created another CDSU to get the header data. That header one I'm making as a root view, and I'm linking those item and the material in my root view by using associations.
Understood. Got it.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Thank you. That's it.
Okay. So now, as I said, we have an old approach called ABAP programming model on Fiori, where yes, using ABAP programming model on Fiori, we are creating a table. We are creating a interface view that is called CDS view that reads from this table, and we are creating a consumption view that reads the data from the interface view, and we are creating metadata extensions, and we are we're giving an annotation, and we are exposing as OData, or we are consuming an SCGW project. This is called the ABAP programming model on Fiori. And of course, BOPF also will come into ABAP programming model on Fiori. But now RAP has come into the picture. Yes, same. Which are green, which is called RAP, which are not green, will still we are using the old approach, ABAP programming model on Fiori in RAP. Okay, yes, we are creating a table, we are creating interface view, we are creating a consumption view, we are creating a metadata extension files, and we are making that CDS view or creating another CDS view on the top of the CDS view or consumption view. We're making as a root view. It means it is a business object. Don't consider business object which you have in SWO1. No, that is not the business object. This is a wrap business object that is called the parent. On the top of this, we are creating a behavior definitions, behavior implementations, behavior projections, service definitions, and service bindings. And these are the steps which we are going to use to develop the RAP application. And you observe there are a lot of additional steps are there in the RAP when compared to the ABAP programming model and Fiori. See, you are telling you are bringing best practices, and but you are adding additional. But what is advantage of your getting using adding these additional steps? Right? Say, assume that you have developed a wrap using OData service V2. Okay, now your client says, hey, I don't want to use V2, I want to use V4. Now, instead of developing from the, if you go with a normal approach, ABAP programming model on Fiori, you have to develop from the scratch. But when you are using wrap, there is no development from the scratch. You can just create one step, it will convert into V4 service. That is the advantage of using wrap. So now you developed an API, okay, and now that one you want with Fiori elements of, yes, you cannot require from the scratch development. With one step, you can develop a Fiori element app. Okay, so you have developed a V2 without delete functionality, and now you want to have a delete functionality, nothing required going from the scratch. You can develop very easily with one single step. So that is the advantage of wrap, and that is the reason we are using required extra steps. Is it clear? Any questions? No questions. So now, yes, we are going to develop one use case, right? We will be creating one the database table, and in the BTP, okay, on the top of the database table, we are going to create one CDS view, okay, which fetch the data from the database table. We are going to have a behavior definitions where we'll be going to add the creating the record, deleting the record, updating the record. We'll not do behavior implementation in the demo, okay, and we will create a service definition and a service binding, and we will be showing the Fiori app. That is what we are going to develop now. Is it clear? Now let's develop. Okay, so as I said, SAP BTP is, let me sign in again. I have, okay, it'll be a little bit fast because we are reaching 9. I don't want to go into detail level. Okay, so now let's go into the account explorer. This is the BTP account. It will be part of my training. What is BTP and everything will be explained. And getting into, I'm getting inside the sub account. And inside the sub account, you have a service marketplace where all your services will be available. Okay, and one of the service where you can develop the ABAP applications, that is called wrap applications, is called, this is the service. So this instance I have added in my Eclipse. This is the instance, so this one. So this instance I have added in my Eclipse. Is it clear? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, so now I am able to develop the applications in the BTP using Eclipse. Yeah, any questions?
What you mentioned, you added instance of ABAP environment of BTP, right?
Yes, you're right.
So it means like something like GUI instance, right? Which we
Then,
add.
yes, yes. See how you will write, no? Right click, simple, uh, new, and I will do ABAP Cloud project instead of ABAP project. You will add
Okay.
ABAP Cloud project. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to get into detail how it can be added. It is part of my training. Let's right away go to and create a package. Same. There is no difference. Yeah, you can create a new transport request and finish button. Now I'm creating a package. I created. So obviously it is under process. So this is the package. So now I'm adding in my favorite package. Right click, add package, click OK. Yes. it got added. Now, what is the step? Come back to PPT. So I'm going to create a database table. So this is the database table I'm going to create now. So right click, new, other ABAP repository, database table, selecting it, click next. So I'm creating a table. Click next, assign a transport request, click finish button. Okay, so now this is the demo. I'm just copying pasting it. So instead of using SC11, we are able to create a table. Even an on-premises system also, you can create a table without using SC11. Okay, so now I'm just activating this one. Yes, I created a database table. Now I'm going to create a CDS view, okay, which reads the data from this database table. Okay, so now right click on this package, new, other ABAP repository, core data services is nothing but CDS view, CDS. In that, I'm creating data definition. See, it's up to you whether you have to make it this is object also, you can, it's up to you. So now I'm creating a CDS view. Next, see root view. I'm making this as a root view. I'm not creating any child. It's a straightforward database table, so not required. So I made it. Okay, it is asking to update it, your Eclipse. That's not an issue. So now I'm going to give my database table. Okay, I'm going to add few UI annotations also to this to enhance my Fiori elements template. I'm not going to in detail level. So this is the database table which we created just now, right? Okay, now I'm making root. It's a means it is a parent. It is nothing but a business object in the wrap methodology. And this is my CDS view. And I'm fetching the fields. And I'm adding UI annotations to enhance my template. I will tell you once I'll show the template. So now I'm activating this one. Okay, so now I'll expand my package. Yes, this is a core data services. So now what? I'm going to create a behavior definition. I created a CDS view. Now I am going to create a behavior definition. Right click and give behavior definition. Okay, so it is not coming. That is okay. There is some, I have to install the patches. I'm closing this one and I have to open it again. Some patches issue. So when it comes now, you have to uninstall the Eclipse and you have to install the latest Eclipse because these are all trial versions, right? This all happens.
Bobby,
Yeah, tell me.
good morning, Bobby. So in this
Yeah, good
training,
morning.
yeah, in this training you will be covering this RAP application from cloud and on premises, right?
Both, yes, both I'll be covering. I'll explain you what are the topics which I'll be covering in the training. I will tell you.
Okay, thanks.
Just give me another 5 minutes. It's taking time. Sorry for this. Okay, so now I'm just, yeah, copy this one. Okay, it is a URL of your BTP. It is asking to log in. I already logged into the other tab, so it will get auto logged. Okay, see, it will log automatically once it happened. Now it should see, it is processing. Yes, it got logged. Now, yeah, it is getting installed. We'll just wait. So I'm just click cancel it. It is asking to install. So if you install it, it will get this type of issues will not come. So yes, we are in this package, core data services, data definitions, right click, behavior definition. Yeah, now it came. So here I'm using managed. Whenever we have two options, managed and managed. When you use managed, the framework will take automatically creating the record, deleting the record, updating the record. There is nothing you need to write the code. The framework will take care of. See, you see, automatically the framework you have see create, update, delete for this table which you have created. Okay, now I'm just making this one. I'm not following the strict guidelines. So I'm not following, I don't have any authorizations for this demo. So I'm just commenting it. Okay, then I'm just activating this one. That's it. So now, yes, we created a behavior definition. Now we can create behavior implementations. How? Using this one, you see, class. If I create behavior implementations, you can do validations, actions, verifications. Okay, everything we can do, right? But I'm not, this is a demo, I'm not doing that. Okay, now I'm going to create a service definition. See, I'm creating a service definition now. How? So right click on the, we created behavior definition is this one. Now again, I'm right clicking on this one, service definition. I'm going to create a service definition, right? And click next and finish button. So now what I'm doing, I'm fetching this CDS view, exposing the CDS view in the service definition. You see, this is the CDS view which we have developed. I'm exposing it. I'm just activating this one. Now this is done. Now what I'll do, I'm going to create a service binding. Okay, so you have you see, service definition is created. Right click on this service definition and create service binding. So don't think too much. Let's understand the concept only. In training anyway, I'm going to give explain. Now here you see, now I'm developing V2 UI. Now client says, no, I don't want to use V2. I will use V4. You please use V4. So here, just again, I'll right click on service definition. I will create V4. That's enough. No, I don't want Fiori app. I want API. So right click on the service definition. You will create a web API. No, I don't want V2, V for web API. Yes, right click on service definition, you will be able to create it. So this is the advantage of using RAP. You not required go and develop from the scratch. You will be developing just creating on the top of the service definition. You can create n number of service bindings. Okay, I created service binding. I'm just activating it. Okay, now I'm clicking on publish. So now we are going to develop a Fiori app. It will take some time.
So Bobby, meanwhile,
Yeah, please. Yeah, tell me.
we have a lot of stuff, material data. I mean SD tables. There are many tables in the ECC, right? So whatever we are going to start with
ECC or S4
RAP,
HANA? RAP will come in S4 HANA, not in ECC.
even though, see, if
Mm,
migration
mm.
path is defined, we are going from the clients who and all having an ECC, they are migrating to S4. S4 who is
Okay.
having the S4, they are coming to our wrap. Okay. So
Okay.
ideally, how we are handling those tables? If we use
You can directly
once
write in CDS view those tables, no? See, I have used here custom table. Okay, sorry, here. I have used the custom table. You directly use those tables, right?
so those tables
Get the data.
definitions and all automatically will come here.
No, no. See, you will write select from VBAC, select, and you will do the join or left outer join to VBAP. And definitely executed, you will get the output.
Output, okay. If I want to enhance, I want to add a new fields after the migration. What will be the path?
Where you
So in a
will be in table or in CDS?
table, in a table.
You correct. Okay. There is okay. You are telling standard CDS views or the standard tables. Here my question. See, you are adding these new fields in the standard CDS view or in the standard tables.
Standard tables.
Standard tables will be the it will be normal approach, no append structure, and then you will be need to add the here those field which you are adding new field in your CDS view.
In a cloud, how we can able to access the tables?
In
Do
the
we have
cloud,
any?
in the clouds, you will have only CDS view, standard CDS views. Okay. If you want to extend the standard CDS view, yes, you can extend using extend CDS view. That is part of my training.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's come to our yes. You see, this is the Fiori app which has developed. You can see this column names has come because in here you have used you see a line item. That is the reason this column names had come. Okay. So now I have not written any code. Create and delete has come here because you have added here you have done create, update and delete. That is the reason create and delete will come. Now I'm just clicking on create button. Okay, I'm just giving one. Okay, some name test sales org currency. Then I'm clicking on create a button. Okay, let's click back button and click go button. See data is here and you go to the table, just mute yourself. Okay, and I'm just executing this one, this table. You see the data is here. Have you written any code? See, RAP is bringing you the best methodologies, best concepts, best frameworks so that you can easily develop the enterprise grade applications that is called Fiori applications. So now you can select the record, you can delete it, or you can go it inside and you can just click on edit, you can edit it and you can save also. Okay, any
Bobby,
questions?
can you just show where exactly how did you create Fairy app after the service binding and everything is done? Just one step back.
See here, right click and copy Fiori element app URL.
Oh, okay, okay.
One sec, that's it, and you will paste it in the browser. So the another thing is when you develop SCGW projects, you will have to use WebID to consume it. This ODATA service, but RAP is by default is providing you the inbuilt list report object page template. It's automatically getting integrated to test to check everything is fine. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Next, let's come to, let's do it fast. We are running out of time. Okay. So now, yes, we have developed SAP Fiori application. So finally, SAP Fiori is a technology? No, SAP Fiori it is not a technology. Then what is it? SAP it is a platform? No, SAP Fiori it is not a platform. Then what it is? It is just a user interface provided by SAP. Okay, it is responsive. Whenever you say SAP Fiori application, it should automatically support to the desktop, it should automatically support to the tablet, it should automatically support to the mobile. That is called the responsive open. You develop your application any technology, whether Java, Node.js, what any technology. Okay, and if you follow the guidelines of the SAP Fiori, then it is SAP Fiori application. So finally, SAP Fiori, it is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface. Is it clear? So now, what are those design principles? When you say SAP Fiori application, it has design principles. What are those? Role-based. Design for you, your needs of your work. Until the app is assigned to a user ID, you will not able to access it. That is called the role-based. Response. So, as already said in the previous slide, if your application is supporting the desktop, mobile, and tablet, then it is called the Fiori application. It is responsive. Simple. Focus only on important. See, like VA01, we have lot of tabs, fields, too much consuming. So whenever you are developing Fiori application, you should be make sure that you should focus only on the important fields, not need to put everything, so that it is very looks very simple. Provides one fluid and seamless experience that is called coherent. See, for creating the sales order number, sales order, the GUI screen is different. For creating these invoices, the screen is different. By creating the purchase organization, the screen is different. That is how not work for SAP Fiori. You should have only one template so that the end user will have not get confused. So provides one fluid seamless experience. So delightful, your application should be in such a delightful so that end user will have emotional connection to work on it. So if you follow all these guidelines, then it is called a SAP Fiori application. Is it clear? Okay, so now let's come to the S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. What are this? See, in future, SAP GUI will be deprecated. And if you want to extend your standard Fiori apps, you can use these tools to extend it using key user tools, UI adaptations, custom fields. You can add new fields using custom fields app in the standard Fiori apps. You can do baddies are there, right? It will be replicated. Future, it will be custom business object and custom business logic. Baddies will be replaced by using this custom business object and custom business logic. Okay, you can create custom CDS views also using custom CDS views app. You can create custom analytical queries. You can create KPIs forms. So these are the concepts of future which is available in on-premises system as well as which is available in S4 HANA cloud, where using this in-app extensions you can develop the various technologies, various apps, extend the apps. Any questions? Any questions?
Bobby,
Hmm.
so right now in S4 we are using baddies and all those things, right? So that will be
That
deprecated, and
slowly, not now, in future.
yeah, so in that place we'll get custom business objects and custom business logic.
Custom business logic. Yes, you're right.
So directly the baddie whatever we are written in S4 that can be written here in S4 here.
Correct. Correct. That is a future plan. It's already started. In your S4 HANA systems are there, already it is there, but no one is using. That's the thing. Slowly they'll start using.
So we are covering this.
Yes.
Okay.
Next, side-by-side extensions. What is side-by-side extensions? So we are a lot of listening. See, suppose you have a OData service, you developed a wrap or okay, and you are exposing the OData service into your BTP. Okay, through a cloud connector. So you what is see, don't think that extending the app side by side extension is not extending act. It is not a single scenario. You you are developing your OData service in an on-premise system. You're developing a Fiori app in the SAP BTP. So both are developing independently, and those are called side-by-side extensions. Another scenario, you have a API hub and SAP has provided an API and you are consuming that API in your SAP system. That is also called as side-by-side extension. Suppose a third-party system has developed an API and they are consuming that API in your SAP UFI application. That is also called side-by-side extensions. This is also I'm covering in my training. Okay, yeah. This is overall a demo. Okay, so let me bring the what are the topics which I'm going to cover in my training. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to bring and we'll close it. Yeah. I'm sharing back. So I'm going to start a new batch from September 4th onwards. That is called not coming Monday, next Monday. Okay. So now what are the topics which I'm going to cover in this training? First thing is I'll start with ABAP CDS views. Of course, evaluations, introduction of the wrap will happen. Then ABAP CDS views, syntax rules, table functions, built-in functions, okay, associations, joins, okay, input parameters, and cardinalities of the CDS views. Okay, this all the things I'll be covering. We'll kickstart with CDS view. Then virtual data model, what is basic view, composition view, consumption view. We'll be using the virtual data model. Then we will be moving to the developing overview page Fiori app, analytical list page Fiori app, developing list report object page with the help of ABAP CDS views, UI annotations. We're developing everything in the web ID, and we'll move further. We'll move to BAS, Business Application Studio and BTP. Okay, so most of the applications will be using BAS. So next we'll be developing KPIs, virtual data model, virtual elements, how to extend the apps. See, BOPF is getting deprecated. It's not required. Okay, now everything will be wrap. Then we will be using the what you can say SAP Fiori. Okay, what is SAP Fiori design principles, strategies, creating catalogs, tiles, groups, okay, activation of standard Fiori apps, extension of the standard Fiori apps. Okay, so deploying the custom app and displaying as a tile in the Fiori launchpad. Okay, everything will be covered in the training. Okay, then we will move to wrap. Here we are going to develop, we are going to use a free trial account of the app, and we are going to install ADT. We are going to develop managed, unmanaged. Okay, we are going to create database table, service definition, service bindings, projection views, adding UI annotations, creating there is a concept EML, entity manipulation language in RAP, how to implement error handlings, how to implement crude operations, what are E-tag, lock masters, okay, how to do troubleshootings, how to hide the tabs dynamically, how to implement the actions, service determinations, validations, managed, unmanaged use cases, what is compositions, okay, and also we are going to implement BAPIs in RAP in on-premises system, how to implement, how to hide tabs dynamically, how to select multiple records, how to implement, how to consume external API in the wrap methodology using side-by-side extensions, how to upload the attachments, how to implement parent and child relationship using unmanaged use case, okay, how to create domains, data elements, tables, okay, message classes in BTP, okay, this all the things will be covered in the wrap trainings. Yes, of course, extending the standard Fiori apps. Yeah, so these are the topics which I'll be covering. Okay, any questions, guys? Any questions?
And how many
I,
hours it will take? Sorry,
40
how
hours,
many
40
hours it will
hours,
take? 40 hours
40
and
hours.
timing?
Yes. Morning, see, there are two options are there before getting into the timings. See, there are two types. One is online class, another one is recording videos. Coming to online class, every day, once the class is over, I'll be uploading the programs which I have covered, and PPTs, okay, which I have covered. You can download the PPTs and programs. And also I'll be uploading the recording video of on that class where you will be having view access for 1 year. And every Friday I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which I covered on that week. Once it, okay, and also whatever the programs which I'm explaining is a real-time process which I have worked, those only I have put in my training. Okay, and also I'll be providing interview question and answers of all these things which I'm in the training topics. I'll be providing study materials. I'll be providing the resume also for the wrap and CDS views template.
Yeah, what is the timing,
Okay,
Bobby? Morning 6 or 7, or
yeah,
what is the
morning,
time?
yeah.
This conference will now be recorded.
There are two options. One is the online class and recording video. Recording video also you will be getting recording videos. Those are not able to come to that timings. Two options are there. Okay. So now
This
it is
conference
better.
will now be recorded.
So one of the service in BTP which we are going, see, BTP is a ocean. Okay. What are the things which I'm covering in this training, because I have other trainings which are covering other topics in BTP. So one of the service is BP ABAP, where we develop RAP applications. Another one is called Business Application Studio, where we are going to develop the Fiori applications consuming the RAP OData service as well as on-premises OData service. Next, where we develop templates, list report object page, Fiori app, analytical list page, Fiori app, overview page, Fiori apps. Okay, we're using this one. Then another one is called SAP Build a Work Zone service. This is the one where we are going to, it is going to provide a Fiori Launchpad service. We are going to use this service and display as a tile in the Fiori Launchpad. Okay, another one we are going to use a destination. We are going to connect to your on-premises system with the help of this cloud connector service. Okay, and also we will discuss about what is security, this all topics, and also we'll discuss about the multi-tenancy concepts. So these are the topics which are covering in the BTP, and we will move to on-premises. We will be display developing CDS views, virtual elements, virtual uh, uh, what you can say, virtual data models. Okay, how to develop Fiori apps. Those also activation of the standard Fiori apps, extension of the standard Fiori apps, S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. These are the things. Is it clear?
So for this, we will be using this trial account or
Yes, yes,
any.
yes. Trial account only, not trial license. We are going to use trial account. It will be there forever. If you need to extend every 3 months.
Okay. What about rise of objects like forms
Rise of
and
is will be replaced with RAP. We are going to develop Fury apps.
Yes, hello, Bobby.
Yeah, please tell me. Please tell me.
Yeah, Bobby. Actually, that this training will be happen only for weekdays or weekend.
Weekdays, only weekdays, no weekends. Only weekdays. Okay, those who have
Okay, okay,
timings issue, they can take the recording videos option also. Then any issues in
okay,
recording video, we can connect on weekend also, not an issue. Okay, so
okay,
two
okay,
options. One is
okay,
online class. You can get everything, documents, everything. Even recording video also, you will get study materials, interview question and answers, uh, resume template. Okay, recording video, everything. Both will. There are only differences online class and the recording. That's the difference. Remaining everything you will get it.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Any more
okay.
questions?
Yeah.
And Bobby, you told RISEF is replaced with RAP, right? So,
Correct. You're right.
in this case, so it RAP covers all the topics of RISEF, like forms, enhancements, all types of it covers, not only the interfaces.
No, 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 no. RAP only covers. See, I said maybe I'm taking my word back. Not rise of reports. Reports. Reports can be converted into RAP because see, if you want to develop a form, okay, there is another service in BTP called forms. If you want to develop a workflow, there is another service called workflow service in BTP. Okay,
Okay, in
if
case
you
we have
want to,
enhancements,
there is no enhancement. What is enhancement?
so okay, I'm
Uh,
not sure about the extensibility,
Yeah,
but
you can
our
extend a
general,
Fiori apps, See, there is a standard
yeah,
Fiori apps which SAP is providing. You can extend standard Fiori apps using ABAP CDS views. That is part of my training.
yeah, but in
so
case of
we
enhancement, it will be normal, our ABAP approach,
Yes, enhancements you are
enhancements.
doing in your normal SAP GUI screen.
Yeah, so it comes into our normal ABAP thing, right?
Correct,
Then,
correct, correct. I am not covering that ABAP in this training. It's
yeah,
covering
yeah,
only work.
I got you. Yeah. I just want to understand, like in the rise up of our ABAP, what exactly RAP replaces?
It's Fiori apps.
Its
See, you are
interfaces and the,
instead of in the report programming, you are converting everything into Fiori apps in your rise ups. In your rise ups,
hmm.
you have all interfaces. You are converting into the RAP interfaces.
So it's majorly
uh,
the interface technique is getting replaced.
And Fiori apps. SE38
Here.
reports also is converting into Fiori apps. Yeah. Any more questions?
So for
yeah.
conversion, sorry, please go ahead.
So you said we have smartphones in BTP, right? So that also will
Hmm.
be covered in this
No, no,
training,
no,
right?
no, 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 no. Smart forms that is required another. another service. It's not wrap. It's nothing related to the wrap.
Okay,
Okay, it is
for
another service which
only
is provided by
interfaces
the.
comes.
Yeah, yes, you're right. Interfaces and Fiori
Oh,
apps I'm covering in this training. See, I'll tell you what BTP is ocean. Okay, everything is it has an interface. It's not like you're not getting everything in one pack. Okay, it is ocean, and you can. One of the services I'm using is 3 services. One is called ABAP, one is called SAP Business Application Studio, another one is Build Workshop. And
So
also we have in
workgen
this
is
training
nothing but
on-premises
Fiori.
system. Sorry?
Is that workgen is nothing but Fiori, Bobby?